One person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
Not Shaboozey. They didn't turn Shaboozey to Shaboozey. In the video, when he posing taking pictures, you can literally tell that he's uncomfortable.
What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Hey, Shaboozey. Nice to be out here and turn this over. Shaboozey, you know you dead wrong for this, Shaboozey. Now Shaboozey, come on, gang. Shaboozey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know how I feel about this, gang.
Shaboozey and his Met Gala outfit are still making headlines, and people online are saying that this is yet more proof that Katt Williams was right about the so-called humiliation rituals in Hollywood. Now, back in the day, Katt used to talk about the dress ritual where black male celebs are allegedly pushed to wear dresses as a form of symbolic emasculation. But in a recent interview, Katt made it clear that it's not even about the dress anymore. He said that people are too focused on what's being worn and not paying attention to the bigger picture, the ritual itself. And then he really went off on the deep end, claiming this all ties into rumored Baphomet worship and elite-level occult symbolism in Hollywood. And while some fans are calling Katt a paranoid conspiracy theorist, others are saying he's been right all along. And moments like Shaboozey's Met Gala appearance are just more receipts. So, did Shaboozey just take part in a ritual on fashion's biggest stage, or is the internet doing what it does best? Let's break it down.
You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work.
Humiliation ritual has become a popular catchphrase people use every time a celebrity steps out in something wild or does something out of pocket. It's become the internet's favorite way to explain anything weird or cringe in the world of fame. From Caitlyn Jenner's Vanity Fair cover to Sam Smith showing up in that blow-up latex balloon outfit, or Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. Same with Kanye's wife Bianca showing up naked to the Grammys, John Cena presenting at the Oscars with nothing but an envelope to cover his area, Doja Cat's fake black eye at the Balenciaga show. This list goes on and on. Now, the whole humiliation ritual theory has gone full viral, and while some folks swear it's just paranoia, others are fully convinced there's a secret Hollywood playbook full of symbols, sacrifices, and soul selling. So when Shaboozey made his Met Gala debut last Monday in a full turquoise fit, crop suit, jacket, matching pants, and beaded chains draped across his chest, the internet clocked it immediately and said it's giving initiation ceremony. Some people also pointed out that turquoise symbolizes spiritual transformation, while others noticed Shaboozey looked uncomfortable while posing for photos in front of his hotel.
Shaboozey, how you feeling, man?
Feeling amazing. I'm feeling great, man.
What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
Hey, Shaboozey.
He ain't answering that question. He don't know. He ain't got a clue what he wearing. I promise you, he don't. Somebody told that man to put that on, and he did. I mean, out here looking like somebody auntie. This dude's supposed to be a country artist.
Now, as soon as some people started bringing up the humiliation ritual talk, Katt Williams' name started trending, and fans were quick to resurface his infamous takes on the so-called dress ritual. And while Shaboozey wasn't technically in a dress, fans online were quick to point out that it didn't even matter anymore because Katt already told us it's not about the dress. Back in the day, when Katt first started calling out the industry for what he saw as deliberate acts of humiliation, people laughed him off. They said he was paranoid, bitter, or just another celebrity spiraling. But now, a whole new generation of internet truthers are calling him a prophet. They're pulling up clips from interviews and stand-up sets where he talks about how Hollywood doesn't just reward talent, it rewards obedience. And according to Katt, nothing goes viral unless they want it to. Now, there's also been ongoing narrative about Hollywood especially loving to put black men in dresses or feminine fits as a way to emasculate them on purpose actress and mock their strength and influence, especially when they're rising stars. And this isn't something new either. Dave Chappelle was talking about this way back in 2006 in that infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey where he revealed he was pressured to wear a dress while working on a movie with Martin Lawrence. And Dave made it clear that it wasn't just a wardrobe choice, he felt like part of a pattern, like certain powerful folks behind the scenes were testing him, seeing if he'd play along. And once he started noticing that a lot of black men were being dressed up and paraded in ways that didn't align with their image, it started to look less like fashion and more like humiliation disguised as humor.
Like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress? This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
What's crazy is that Dave immediately told the producers he wasn't rocking with the whole dress idea because it didn't even make sense for the scene. But instead of respecting that, the director pulled up with the whole crew trying to pressure him into doing it.
What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in.
So eventually they backed off, but only after realizing Dave wasn't going to fold. And what's also wild is that Dave told Oprah that they already had a different version of the script ready to go without the dress scene. So it wasn't even necessary. It felt more like a test, like they just wanted to see if he'd cave and play along.
But the minute it was clear, I was adamant. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
Now, later on, when Kevin Hart was asked about Dave's comments, he kind of brushed it off, but he made it clear that he'd never do anything that might mess with his brand.
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You got to know that you're a brand. Yeah. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times.
But then fast forward a few years and Kevin pops up in a dress on SNL playing a female pope, and whether it's a coincidence or not, his career took off like crazy after that skit, and suddenly he was everywhere. Movies, endorsements, sold out stadium shows.
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee Kavanjane Wallace.
Wow.
So that same year Kevin wore the dress on SNL,
Katt Williams was out promoting Scary Movie 5, and of course, someone asked him what he thought about the whole dress drama. And that's when Katt said the whole Hollywood dress situation isn't new at all. According to him, it's been going on for a long time, and at the end of the day, it's about whether or not you choose to play the game and join the secret club of gatekeepers.
So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next. Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them. Nobody likes him.
Now, a lot of folks have pushed back on Katt's claims over the years, calling him a conspiracy theorist who sees hidden agendas everywhere. And then some people have even gone further, accusing him of being homophobic, especially when he talks about men wearing dresses as if it's automatically emasculating. But Katt didn't back down, and in his recent interview on Joe Rogan's podcast, he doubled down on everything he's been saying about the humiliation rituals in Hollywood for years. He told Joe that people are too focused on these dress comments when that's just the surface level distraction. According to Katt, it's not really about the dress, it's about symbolism. Basically, the dress is just one way for the elites to test loyalty, obedience, and submission.
That's what makes information so powerful is, you know, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about, does following the ritual work? Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses, everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
And then Katt took it a step further, diving into the deep end of the rabbit hole and saying that all of this, celebs in weird outfits, the public humiliation, the staged controversies, the rumored trans agenda, is all tied into what he claims is Baphomet worship among Hollywood elites.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was gonna be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the GOAT would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
Now, circling back to Shaboozey,
A lot of his fans jumped to defend him, shutting down this whole humiliation ritual talk and pointing out that Shaboozey simply followed the theme of this year's Met Gala, which was super fine, tailoring black style. One fan said, it's literally the Met Gala and he's extremely on theme. He's showcasing a designer. What is he supposed to wear? A polo? And someone else added, do y'all not know dandyism? A style black people created, black men specifically? But many others are still siding with Katt, and they're convinced there's a deeper meaning behind everything these celebs do. Someone commented, looks like the humiliation ritual. It's what happens when everybody decides to start judging him and calling him out his name. And another person added, he chose to wear that. The humiliation ritual is real AF, and the Met Gala is ritualistic and all about symbolism. Souls for sale. But let me hear your thoughts on this whole humiliation ritual talk. Are people like Katt Williams reaching and reading too much into this, or do you agree this is deeper than just clothes? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't miss out on this next video.